Hey loves, welcome back to my channel. So for those of you who are new here, my name is Jasmine Summerford. I do lifestyle, beauty related and home related videos. I also do a recipe video once a week. If that is something that sounds very interesting to you, then definitely click that red subscribe button below and come join the fun. So for today's video, I thought I would do actually my first requested recipe video. So one of my very close subscribers requested that I do a pasta primavera dish recipe, and that is basically what we're going to be making. Pasta primavera, for those of you who don't know what it is, it's basically a pasta dish with vegetables. It's very vegetarian, vegan friendly. Depending on what you use, it's completely up to you. I like to use broccoli, corn, peppers, onions. I like to use mushrooms. So I like this dish because you can make it very personal. If you don't like onions, you can take them out. If you don't want to use broccoli, you can use something else. If you prefer to use mushrooms over this, then you can definitely just make it what you want, which is my favorite part of pasta primavera. So I'm going to show you what I'm working with today. So this is what I'm working with today. I have some chopped orange and red bell peppers, some onions, some broccoli, fresh broccoli. I'm using this gluten-free ranzoni pasta because it actually is a lot less, has a lot less protein in it. So I'll be using the gluten-free ranzoni, but definitely use a pasta of your choice. I'm also gonna add some sweet corn into my pasta primavera. I wish I had mushrooms, but I actually don't have any. This is everything I have on hand, and I actually need to use it before this week, since this week is Thanksgiving. I don't want anything going bad in the fridge. So just gonna use up all the vegetables I have, and let's jump into this recipe. So to start, I wanted to start with making my garlic bread I'm going to be pairing my pasta primavera with. I'm just using regular Italian bread. I like this Italian bread because it's kind of long, so everyone gets like a pretty big piece. And I'm starting by seasoning it with some sea salt. Then I'm going to go in with some black peppercorns. This is up to you. I know normally garlic bread doesn't have black peppercorns, but if it's something that you like, then definitely add it. This meal is completely customizable, so just add what you like. Next, I'm adding some fresh garlic powder here. And some fresh parsley. And you want to generously season the bread. That way your garlic bread has nice flavoring. Next, I'm adding a little bit of this pecorino romano cheese, and I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit onto each piece of bread. Lastly, I'm going to be taking some butter, and I'm just going to slice like a thin slice of butter over each top of bread here. That way when it toasts in the broiler, it will get nice and moist and crispy and crunchy. So definitely add some butter on top of your Italian bread as well. And that is it. At this point, your bread is all ready to go into the oven. Next, adding some hot oil to the pan and frying up my onions, red peppers, and orange peppers first. And I'm just letting these saute in the pan until it's nice and brown. And then adding some fresh garlic cloves. And you just want to like brown them like they look here, nice and brown. That way all those flavors can come out once you add the rest of your veggies. The big deal about this dish is basically getting your veggies really flavorful. That's basically going to be the base of your whole dish. Next, I'm adding my broccoli and my corn. I did season these up off camera with some onion powder, garlic powder, salt, pepper. And now I'm just leaving them here. I'm just going to let them cook out right now. Next, I'm just adding a little bit of butter to the pan as well. Gonna let that simmer down. And lastly, adding a splash or two of chicken stock. The chicken stock's gonna make your broccoli nice and soft. It's also gonna add all those flavors at the bottom of the pan, lift up into the veggies, and it's going to taste amazing, you guys. Definitely do not skip out on the chicken stock. And it's at this point that you want to put the lid on top of the pan, cover it up, and let that broccoli soften. Then you're going to top with a little bit of pecorino romano cheese crumble on top and just saute it up. Just stir it up like I am here. Now you can start your pasta. You just want to make sure to add a little bit of salt and oil to the pan while it's boiling so it doesn't stick. And now I am going to plate my dish. I am just taking some butter and adding it to this pasta here. As you can see, the pasta is nice and hot, so automatically that is going to melt and get the pasta nice and like oily and buttery. Tastes really good. I'm also adding some salt. I'm gonna kind of season my pasta the same way I did my vegetables. I'm adding some black peppercorns. Next, I'm adding some garlic powder. You want to season very generously so that your pasta tastes nice and flavorful. And lastly, I'm going in with some parsley. Next, I'm just taking my tongs here and I'm going to mix up all of my pasta, all that butter, all that garlic, the salt, the parsley, the pepper. You really want to get in there and just make sure that you toss your pasta around in all that seasoning. Lastly, you want to add all those vegetables that you had sauteed up earlier to your pasta dish. You just want to add all that in. Make sure to get all those nice juices at the bottom, all the chicken stock that you may have used, the butter, the garlic pieces. You want all those flavorful pieces in your dish. And now you're going to stir it up. You're going to combine all the pasta with all the veggies, nicely fold in the pasta with the veggies, kind of get it throughout so that each bite has a little bit of onion, a little bit of pepper, a little bit of broccoli, and a little bit of corn, or whatever veggies you'll be using. Just make sure each bite has a little bit of everything. Garnish with some pecorino romano cheese on top, like I do here. And then you should be about set and ready to serve. And this is the finished dish, you guys. So as you can see, I toasted my garlic bread in the oven for about 2 to 3 minutes. I toasted it in the broiler, so it did heat up fast. And I topped it with some arugula, some fresh cherry tomatoes, and some balsamic vinaigrette. If you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much for watching. I also wanted to remind you to click that red subscribe button. That way you can be notified every time I have brand new videos here on my channel. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.